Hello, and welcome to this Civil Service Behaviour Series video. In this series, we break down all 9 of the core behaviours that can be tested within your civil service application. This video right here is all about the behaviour develop self and others, and more specifically, the 250-word statement that you need to write when you apply for roles. In this video, we're going to look at just what developing self and others actually means. What's the best way to structure your 250-word statement? And then finally, to wrap the video off, we will look at a full example that you can use as inspiration when crafting your own statements. Ready? Let's get going. So firstly, we can't show off our abilities if we don't understand what it is we are being assessed on. The civil service defines developing self and others as focusing on continuous learning and development for self, others, and the organisation as a whole. Fundamentally, developing self and others is looking at whether you are content with the status quo, or if you are always looking for ways to improve for yourself, your team, and the wider organization. There's a lot of overlap between this behavior and with changing and improving, but the key difference is that developing self and others focuses more on the human side of improvement. What have you done to make yourself and your team better, rather than to make some alternative process better? And can you write all that down in a little box for someone to grade and assess you? 250 words is not a lot of space to tell your story. That's why you need to be smart about how you structure your statement. The best way to succinctly describe your skills and experience is by using the B-star method. Using this technique, you will split your statement into 5 key parts. First is the B, which stands for belief. You want to begin your response by sharing your thoughts and feelings regarding the subject matter. This helps set the stage for your story and demonstrate your personal connection to the topic. This doesn't make much sense to you, don't worry, the example statement will be using this structure later in the video. Next up, we have S for situation. Briefly describe the context or background of the scenario in which your actions took place. This provides the assessor with an understanding of the circumstances surrounding your experience. Remember, it's essential to keep this part concise, as the primary focus should be on your actions and the results. Look at the 5 W's, who, what, where, when, why, and incorporate the relevant ones into your story. Following the situation, we have T for task. Explain your specific role and responsibilities in the situation. By doing this, you highlight what you were entrusted with in your previous roles and also lets the assessor understand what expectations were made of you within the situation at hand. Up next, we have the most important section, and that is A for action, or activity if you prefer. Describe the steps you took to achieve the desired outcome and explain the rationale behind your actions. This section and the results section should be the most detailed, as it illustrates exactly what you are capable of doing and achieving. And finally, we have R for the results. Conclude your response with the results of your actions, using figures or quantifiable outcomes whenever possible. This will demonstrate to the assessor the impact of your efforts and your ability to deliver tangible results in your role. This is also where you could share any lessons you learned from the experience, should you wish. Now, let's see the B-star technique in action with a develop self and others 250-word statement example. I strongly believe in pursuing continuous improvement, not only for myself, but also for my colleagues and the broader organization. My conviction is that every individual's growth contributes to the overall success and adaptability of the organization. In my current role within the civil service, I identified a gap in digital services among my team, which was becoming a barrier to service delivery. The situation was particularly challenging as we were transitioning to a new digital records management system. My responsibility was to ensure the seamless implementation of the new system. However, I recognized that the success of this task relied heavily on each team member's ability to interact confidently with the new technology. In response, I initiated a series of digital literacy workshops. I collaborated with IT to design a curriculum tailored to our needs. I also established a mentoring system whereby those more proficient could support others, fostering a collaborative learning environment. Additionally, I advocated for and secured access to online courses for the team to further their skills at their own pace. The result was a notable increase in digital proficiency across the team, evidenced by a 30% improvement in the speed and accuracy of data handling within 3 months. The team reported feeling more confident and empowered in their roles. From this experience, I learned the power of proactive skill development and the value of creating a supportive learning culture. These insights will continue to shape my approach to fostering an environment of continuous professional growth. So, there we are then. A statement that ticks all the required boxes. And you know what the best thing is? That statement is exactly 250 words long. Not a word to spare. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I hope your civil service application is a success. Definitely check out the show notes for additional civil service guidance, and that's it from me. Take care.